Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podcast Period, the internet's stupidest podcast. My name is Ben, and with me today, as always, is my co-host David.
Not always. We were gone forever.
As far as this is concerned, always, yeah.
We were gone forever, guys.
We have been gone for a while. In fact, I still haven't released the episode sent to me. I'll probably do that tomorrow or whatever. Anyway, it's been a while. We obviously owe you some explanation. So I started school for some IT certificates, and that took up literally all of my time, and I'm not joking. I have the 2 days off or whatever that I get from my job, but like, I'm telling you, I went to work, I got home, I did school until 11 o'clock at night, and then I basically went to bed.
He died.
That was it. It was a long 10 weeks. Oh my God. It was, I mean, it's worth it because obviously it's going to better my career, but oh my God, it was a long time. And it obviously forced me to step away from recording the show. We did want to get an episode out before I started, but that didn't end up happening, so we kind of just left y'all hanging, unfortunately. But we're back. We're going to cover some of the big news that happened while we were gone, and also cover, finally, the Boba Fett finale. We've got some trailers, and, you know, we're just going to hop on into it. We never left as far as we're concerned. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to just pick right back up where we left off.
Yeah. That's where we're at. You want to get us started?
So, yeah, things happened. Mr. Musk, did you get the update on that being on hold, by the way? For at least the time being? Or did you not see that?
No, I did not.
Apparently it's on hold. But anyways, as of the release of this article on the 25th, good old Mr. Musk announced that he has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire all of Twitter, wholly owned by Mr. Musk, which is wonderful, for $54.20 a share in an all-cash transaction. He rolled out some money on this one, Ben. Holy cow.
Yeah, what did it end up being? Like $54 or $44 billion or something like that?
Approximately $44
in total?
billion.
Disgusting.
Upon completion, Twitter will become a privately held company, assuming that whatever it's on hold for doesn't flake anything. I don't know what the issue is. But yeah, that was huge. I don't agree with how he did it. I mean, I understand why you don't want those shares to like magically jump the minute you find out somebody's investing heavily in it, and he was investing heavily in it. But I believe he also may have broken regulations on that by not disclosing within a proper amount of time. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with it.
I think that's why it's on hold, because he didn't disclose his investment soon enough to the SEC or something like that. I read something about that.
So, ouch.
A little bit.
I don't know. What do you think about this? Because I truly, honestly don't care.
I don't know. I mean, I don't use Twitter enough to be like, to think it's that big of a deal.
I don't use it at all.
To be honest, I think it's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to help the company a lot because, you know, he's a relatively smart person, relatively smart businessman, and he knows what he's doing. And the fact that he's bringing it under his wing and he's going to make it a privately held company again may make it a better product. Or
Maybe.
It's just going to go straight down the tubes.
Also another maybe.
I couldn't tell you which one is the more likely. I think it's honestly probably like 50-50 at this point if this goes through, but whatever. This is another one of those things that doesn't really... I mean, one could argue that he could spend the money on more socially valuable things. Like,
Possibly.
I don't know, homelessness or world hunger or something of that nature, but he decided to buy Twitter, so yeah, go Elon.
I don't know. What else are you gonna do with the $44 billion?
I wouldn't know. I'm never gonna have that much money.
There you go. I don't know. He
is the richest man in the world. He could basically do whatever he wants to at this point.
I thought that was
unless
Bezos.
Is it? No, I thought Musk. Okay, well, we're gonna have to Google it.
I'm pretty sure it's still Bezos. Whether it be Daddy Musk or Daddy Bezos, as people would like to say, if they're trying to get some of that sweet cheddar. They're both filthy, stinking rich. That's clear.
No, he is the richest man in the world.
Is it? Okay.
A net worth of $268 billion, and Bezos' net worth is $100 billion below that at $150 billion. Jeez. Wow.
Wait, how much is Musk worth?
$268 billion.
So 44% of that is roughly, what, an eighth?
44 billion? Hold on, let's see.
Is that an eighth?
Calculator.
Am I doing that math right?
44 divided by 268. It's 16%. So you're a little bit under with an eighth, but you're pretty close.
It was close. I was close.
It's like 3/16, I think. Yeah. Pretty close to that.
That's a pretty hefty chunk of change. You must really want
But
something.
he's still going to be the richest man in the world, David.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad and disgusting? You spend all that money and you're still the richest person? Like, what the hell do you have to buy to not be the richest person? You bought an entire company.
I don't know. Maybe he can try to buy Microsoft or Apple or something like that, and then he won't be the richest man in the world.
Buy Apple and make them better at repairing stuff.
I do not know. Yeah, I think that's all we can say on Elon Musk and Twitter at this point.
At this point, we'll see. We shall see.
Okay, so back in our little sandbox of the world, technology. Going to talk about one of our favorite companies, NVIDIA, where apparently NVIDIA misreported, we'll say, about how many GPUs they were selling to cryptocurrency miners.
That means they lied.
Instead saying that they were selling to gamers.
They lied.
They did lie. They did a big lie.
You know, I'm not.
So they have agreed to pay a $5.5 million in fines to the SEC to settle charges that it failed to disclose how many of its GPUs were being sold for cryptocurrency mining. These charges are unrelated to the current slowly ebbing crypto-driven GPU shortage. Rather, they deal with a similar but small and crypto-driven bump in GPU sales back in 2017. During its 2018 fiscal year, NVIDIA reported increases in GPU sales, but it did not disclose that those sales were being driven by cryptocurrency miners. The SEC alleges that NVIDIA knew these sales were being driven by the relatively volatile cryptocurrency market and that NVIDIA didn't disclose that information to investors, misleading them about the company's prospects for future growth, which is exactly why they got fined.
Can't do that. You cannot lie about where your money is coming from.
You can't lie to your investors because that would mean that they're investing in a company that is not doing exactly what they think that they're doing.
You're milking them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I feel sorry for Johnny Q investor who is worth probably $1 million and all this money's hedge fund money anyways, and he's not going to lose 1 cent of it? No.
Nope.
But you still can't do that. What does suck is when John Q taxpayer buys into this and then loses his hard-earned money. That's different.
Right.
Which is still why you can't do this.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. But
So
the SEC doesn't care about Johnny Q taxpayer. He only cares about Johnny Q investor.
I got very curious, and I wanted to know where this money goes. What do you think this money goes? They find these companies, all these millions, sometimes not enough dollars. I think it should probably be more, because if it's not enough, they're just going to keep doing it. What do you think that money goes?
I wouldn't think it's going back to the investors, because that would make too much sense. But for some reason, I also don't think that it's going to the SEC. So where is it going?
Well, it goes into a couple of different places. So it will. Some of it does go to the SEC.
Okay.
Penalties and other funds collected from SEC actions go to the U.S. Treasury. No surprise there. To the SEC and victims and whistleblowers funds. So,
okay,
depends on what it is. I'm sure it's a very small amount. I guess it depends on what it is. If victims includes like John Q, taxpayer, whose 401k was destroyed because of something like this, then I feel like they should get that money back. If they didn't lose anything, like did Nvidia investors lose anything in this? I don't really know. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't.
I think it's more the fact that they could have lost something than the fact that they did lose something, you know?
So in this case,
at least
it's probably
in this
all
case,
going to the Treasury, because I don't think there's any victim to compensate, and I don't think there's any whistleblowers.
It might still be going to like a fund for a future payout.
Possibly.
Who knows?
But it sounds like it all just ends up going to the Treasury, and we know what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, they're going to spend it all in the military.
Great. More guns. More ammo. More nuclear...
Woo-hoo! Just what we need.
More nuclear aircraft and other carriers out there in the oceans instead of, maybe baby milk.
Something.
What are we gonna do?
Who even knows, dude? Who even knows?
Speaking of nuclear aircraft carriers and other things that need to go across the oceans, guess who did something that they shouldn't have done? And if for once it wasn't the United States.
Wow, that's a shock.
So who else would it be if it wasn't the United States?
It's Google, right?
Yeah,
Apple,
sure,
Microsoft, Nvidia, AMD, Intel. It's Intel.
It's Intel. Oh my God, Russia's run by Intel. Who knew? Yeah, that idiot called Putin decided to invade Ukraine while we were on a hiatus.
Mm-hmm. Not even when did this start? It was barely a month after we recorded our last episode.
Like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We've missed all of this. Thankfully, it hasn't gone anywhere. Because I thought for sure Ukraine was going down the toilet after that happened.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure everybody thought that they were going down the toilet, but they have more than held their own. Like, for real. Are they still fighting over there?
Yeah.
Or have they withdrawn?
No, he lied again. They were supposedly going to start peace talks, and then they started invading other areas of the country and withdrawal from here to go to there to do this instead of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hot effing mess, is what it is.
Of course it is.
Lord knows when it'll be finished, if ever. 24th, Putin announced a special military operation, aka FU Ukraine, were coming into your border. In eastern Ukraine, in a speech, Putin said there was no plans to occupy Ukraine. Yeah, that has not stopped them from doing that. Mm-hmm. And he supported the right of the Ukrainian people to self-determination, whatever the heck that's supposed to mean. He said the purpose of the operation was to protect the people in the predominantly Russian-speaking region of Donbass, who, according to him, for 8 years now has been facing humiliation and genocide perpetrated by the Kyiv regime, if I can talk right. Sounds like something he would say, isn't it?
Of course, he's got to have a reason to try and annex another country again.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's great. There's nothing more to really say about this.
Not really.
This idiot has caused...
Other than the fact that Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, is like an international superstar now. Like, no joke. He went from president of Ukraine, which, I mean, president of any country isn't like a small thing, but he went from somebody that literally almost nobody had ever heard about to almost a household name at this point because of the fact that, one, he stayed in the country despite multiple countries telling them to get out and telling him that they would help him get out.
Yep.
He was like, nah, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to kick some Russian ass. And then he did.
I find the whole thing funny because they've got so many like videos of just Russian soldiers abandoning tanks because the logistics are... For somebody who's supposed to be a world power, they sure have effed this up beyond belief. Like, they can't keep anything fueled. They can't feed the soldiers, so the soldiers are going God knows where, doing God knows what, pickpocketing and looting and Lord knows what else, just to try to eat and survive. It's a freaking humanitarian disaster on both sides. But old Vladdy's got reasons to justify his actions.
Reasons.
And that's all that counts.
Wonder how many quotation marks I can put around that before it starts making sense.
Keep doing it. You might fill my gas tank with something other than $4 gasoline.
I gotta get gas tomorrow. I was looking on the way home the other day, and it's gone back up to like $4.40.
Ooh, what? It hasn't gotten that high here yet, but I'm sure it will. It went to like $3.99 or $4 something. It went down for a few weeks and it shot right back up. It was $4.10 when I filled it up yesterday.
Thanks, Russia.
Yeah, thanks. I needed to pay $60 to fill. Well, not $60, $50 to fill up my tank. It'll be $60 here in another couple of weeks if this keeps up.
Yep.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Okay. The last big thing that happened while we were gone. We do still have one other thing to talk about, but the last big thing that happened while we were gone is the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation case, which is still, as we are recording, ongoing. Once we get an update for who actually wins, which I am assuming is going to be Johnny Depp, because anybody with half a brain watching this case can tell that Amber Heard is 100% guilty. Like, it's not even funny.
I need to go back and start like watching the highlights from this case. Her lawyers are absolutely garbage. They object to their own questions. The judge can't figure out what they're doing half the time because they don't make any sense. And it's just like eye rolls throughout the court as soon as they say something. It's like, did they really just say that? Did they really just bury themselves in that jar of dirt? I love it. It's so funny.
So I think the biggest thing that everybody's gotten out of this case so far is the fact that Amber Heard actually pooped in Johnny Depp's bed. Like, actually, for real, definitely did it.
Why though?
I don't know.
Instead of why is the rum gone, it's going to be why is the poop there?
I don't even know, dude. And then there was one big gotcha that I've brought up here that I thought was just hilarious because they were making such a big deal out of it. I think you and I talked about it a little bit before too. Maybe it was me and Nicole, but either way, During the opening statements, Heard's attorney, Elaine blah blah blah, I can't pronounce that last name, so I'm not going to, held up a Milani Cosmetics Conceal and Perfect all-in-one correcting kit while telling the jury how Heard concealed alleged bruises on her face. Blah 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 did not mention the brand or specific product by name, but says Heard always brought makeup with her wherever she went. In a TikTok video, Milani Cosmetics denied that their products could have been used since it wasn't sold until December 2017, and Heard and Depp's marriage ended the year before when she filed for divorce. A source close to Heard told people that her lawyer was using an example of the kind of makeup that she used. Milani Cosmetics said in a statement that its TikTok post was to verify the claim that our eagle-eyed and loyal fan base made about the product named in the trial. Milani Cosmetics is not taking a formal stance on the trial, evidence, or future outcome of the case. So, technically, they didn't say that that particular brand of makeup was used by Amber Heard to cover up bruises. But I still think that it's hilarious that this makeup company came out and was like, yeah, I don't think so. Not that. Nuh-uh. Sorry, boo-boo. Not today. This case is something else, dude. I don't know.
It's amazing. It's amazing. We'll have to see how it actually goes and see who's actually at fault. But from everything I've seen, she has basically become public enemy number one, and everybody is on Depp's side. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen one positive post about her. Not one TikTok, not one iota of evidence that suggests anybody is on her side.
Nope. Mm-mm.
You know you're in trouble when I can go on a divisive network like that and can't find anybody rooting for the other side.
I have seen nothing in support of Amber Heard. It's all been Johnny Depp. 100% all the way. As it should be. So our last big story that happened a few days ago, which I guess is technically while we were gone, but I'm going to butcher this name, so sorry. I think it's Nkuti Gatwa. He was a star in the Netflix show Sex Education, which is hilarious. Me and Nicole binged that show. It was so funny. He is the next Doctor Who, which is a big deal because it's all been white dudes, except for the last couple of seasons where it's been a white lady. But it's all been white people for the last 60 some odd years or something like that the show's been going on. So this is a huge deal. This is the first person of color that's been named as the Doctor.
So that's why it was important.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So I saw the link and I was like, so Doctor Strange is important to you somehow? Not Doctor Strange, Doctor Who? And he goes, do you know who the actor is? He's like, no, I have no idea who this person is. And he goes, you'll see why. I was like, oh, okay, fine. Mm. Now I get it.
Yes.
That makes sense.
It's a very big deal in the world of Doctor Who. Yeah. I'm not I've watched a few episodes of it. I tried to get into it, and it's all right for the most part. It's not really my cup of tea, but the fact that a show as big as this is coming out and doing this, very big deal. Very good thing.
Very good thing. I agree.
Okay, so that out of the way. Let's see. We want a Book of Boba Fett. So, Chapter 7, which came out 4 days after we last recorded. I promise you guys, we were going to get to it. We just didn't. We didn't have time.
Didn't have time. Didn't want to do it.
It was a little bit of a mixture of both, yeah. But we're back. Anyway, Chapter 7. In the name of honor, R2-D2 flies Grogu, who has chosen Jaren's chainmail to Motto's hangar. Bane and the Pikes confront Fett, Shan, and Jaren outside the remains of the sanctuary, where Bane reveals the Pikes killed Fett's Tusken tribe in fraying the biker gang, which both David and I had already assumed, I think, at that point.
Very much so.
The other crime families betray Fett and attack his soldiers throughout Mos Espa.
No surprise.
Fett and Jaren sent Shaiz's major domo to distract the Pikes, allowing the pair to attack the group, though they are soon outnumbered. Freetown citizens and the cyborgs arrive to save the pair, but the group are again overwhelmed by two shielded Scorponok droids. Mutto arrives with Grogu, who helps Jaren destroy one of the Scorponoks, while Fett's Rancor destroys the other. Bane scares off the Rancor and defeats Fett in a gun duel, but Fett kills Bane with his gaffy stick. Grogu lulls the Rancor to sleep, ending its rampage. And Mos Eisley Shan kills the Pike boss, Shaiz, and the other crime lords. As Mos Espa praises Fett, Jaren and Grogu fly away in their N1 starfighter. Later, Van heals in Fett's Bacta tank with a mod artist standing nearby. So, me and David also said at the end of episode 6 that Vanth was not dead.
Nope.
We were right on that.
We called many things.
I said that obviously Boba Fett was going to use the Rancor to, in some way. I didn't say in like the final battle or whatever, as far as I remember. But I mean, you're bringing in a Rancor. How are you not going to use it?
Exactly.
I think that's all the big things that we like predicted with this one. But I don't know. This was it felt like a pretty predictable end to me. I don't know. Maybe that was just me.
Jeez. Would I call it predictable? I'd hate to say yes, but honestly, we'd be giving ourselves too much credit if we were able to guess as many things as we did and not say that it was predictable. Mm-hmm. Because you and I are not that good.
No.
All evidence is pointed to the contrary.
As many times as we've tried to predict what's going on in like every show that we've ever done on this show.
Yep, we've botched all of them.
Mm-hmm. We may have gotten like one or two things right, but we got a lot right about this last episode.
What did we not get right? Honestly, what predictions have we said that did not come true?
I think that everything that we said did end up coming to pass at some point.
I mean, I was confident that it was actually the Pikes that killed the Tuskens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I straight up said that.
I don't know. That felt pretty obvious to me. That was
you were pretty confident in your Rancor.
How do you not get that?
How do you not get that? You were confident in your Rancor. I couldn't see a reason to fault that confidence. It took a while before we saw it again, so it only made sense that it would be in the finale. And then you and I both, the minute you asked if the sheriff was alive or not, you asked me, did I think if he was alive? Did I hesitate at all when I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's alive?
Yeah.
It just felt right. So yeah, it had to be predictable, because you and I aren't that good. I still like it, though.
No. Yeah, no, it was... People were bagging on this finale, saying that it was a little bit too action-heavy, but, like, there wasn't really, honestly, that many story threads to tie up at this point. The one thing that this whole thing was leading up to was the final battle between Fett and the Pike Syndicate.
Yep.
So, I don't really get that criticism, because like that's kind of the whole point of the show.
What wasn't resolved?
What wasn't resolved? Yeah,
the cliffhanger about at the end of episode 6 about what Grogu decides immediately
got
answered.
that was
it wasn't
right
even
away.
It wasn't even like late in the episode. Like it was pretty darn immediate in the episode. The sheriff was a last minute thing, but yes, we did get confirmation on that.
Arguably, considering they didn't really hint that he was still alive, that wasn't even really a plot thread to be resolved.
No, there wasn't. The other crime families, I don't remember the exact term they used, but the other families turned against Fett. Mm-hmm. No surprise there.
Nope.
They agreed to remain neutral. Are you one bit surprised that they didn't remain neutral? Nope, I'm not.
Not at all.
I would have been more surprised if they did agree to remain neutral, or if they'd actually joined him.
Mm-hmm.
That would have surprised me more. That would have been probably a less satisfactory ending than what we got, because what we got for an ending was pretty darn good. That Rancor tearing those droids up, laid the beat down on him. Grogu doing his thing, wasn't tied up. And everybody's dead. That did the backstabbing. They're dead.
Yep. Pretty close to the beginning, they revealed that the Pikes killed the Tuskens, so that was wrapped up pretty close to the beginning of the episode.
Cad Bane is gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's left.
I would feel less good about it if they didn't get a good action director to direct it. I mean, they got freaking Robert Rodriguez. The man has built his name on action movies. And I mean, most people probably know him from Spy Kids and whatnot, which, I mean, aren't really like the best showcases of his talent. But if you've seen the other action movies that he's put out, El Mariachi, which, if you haven't seen it, for a movie filmed on less than $7,000, is pretty darn good. Machete, a whole bunch of other freaking action movies in that little universe that he's made himself. He is a seasoned action director. So I don't feel bad about liking this episode. It's a good episode.
I feel like people found reasons to nitpick this series from the get-go.
Yeah.
They didn't like the fact that Boba Fett was not this badassery character that he should have been. It's like, what do you expect? The man has spent God knows how long in the mouth of whatever that creature's called, the sandworm. I can't remember what the heck the dang creature's called. It doesn't matter. He literally had to crawl from the guts of this monster and then was shot and beat to death by Lord knows how many things before he finally got to the Tuskens. Like, what do you expect? Oh, I like it. And then they complain about the ending.
I mean, I get that they were wanting Boba Fett from the original series, where he was, I mean, granted, the way that he was killed off was pretty stupid, but beyond that, he was seen as a pretty formidable figure. But I feel like the right choice in this case was to make Boba Fett a more mature character, because in everything up until that point, I mean, he's been in like a few dozen animated series episodes, he's gotten books on him and everything, so up until the Boba Fett series, he has been a man driven by vengeance, basically. I don't think he ever really gets vengeance on anybody, on the people who killed his father, the Jedi. So
did they kill him?
Yeah. Episode 2. Mace Windu cuts off Jango Fett's head.
Does?
Mm-hmm.
Just watched that a few weeks ago. I don't remember that part.
It was in the big battle of like where all the Jedi come in on Geonosia.
Oh yes. Yeah, okay,
thing.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yes, okay. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I think the fact that they made him just a man trying to live his life, I think that was a better decision for this series than trying to continue on what he'd done before.
I guess. I'm sure he did have vengeance against the wrong people within the series itself. He did go after the speed bike gang.
Right.
Wrong people to go after, but I mean, when you frame somebody, what do you expect? All evidence did point to them, which is exactly why I feel like it was the Pikes. I wasn't wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he did kind of have a little rampage there at one of the episodes, probably 4, because 5 and 6 were nothing but Mandalorian episodes. Mm-hmm. Which was really the only gripe that you and I had about this. And, okay, Grogu makes more sense, because at least he did play a somewhat important part within the finale, but I still say that the whole other arc in 5 was kind of unnecessary, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. maybe something important will come of it. I still think that should have been left for a Mandalorian season 3 thing. Like,
yeah.
But whatever. I mean, we did get what is it? The dark blade. What's it called?
Dark saber.
Oh, well, there we go. Doesn't really look like a saber though.
That's what it's called. I don't know what to tell you, David.
I didn't know. Or at least I've forgotten. We did see that. So, I mean, you kind of have to explain where that came from. But still, I stand by what I said with that. I feel like it was unnecessary. But other than that, felt good. I'd almost forgotten how much I liked this episode until I watched it again tonight for this. It's like, ooh,
it was a pretty good episode.
This was good. I like it.
Okay, so out of 5 rancors, what do you give this one?
Say that's an appropriate thing to use. 4.25.
Yeah, I think I'd stick with that. I think I'll do a 4.25. It was a pretty all right episode. Not anything crazy, but I liked it.
Nothing crazy. The only reason why it's not high is because of how predictable it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I expected that.
I feel that. I feel like if there were maybe more twists beyond what we had predicted, it would have been a lot more enjoyable for us. But we were like,
exactly.
Nothing confirmation after confirmation after confirmation.
Yep.
With some big action set pieces in between.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a fine episode.
It was okay.
So given that, what would you give the series as a whole?
The series as a whole is going to be quite controversial, I feel. I like this better than Mandalorian.
Really?
I do. I don't know why. Maybe it's because season 1 was so until we finally put it past, or at least I finally put it past myself to expect episodic story arcs to be resolved as we continued, and we'd have so much discontinuity within it. And look at the big picture, I still didn't like season 1 for that very reason. So maybe in a new light, because I kind of had a hard time getting into season 2 at the very beginning, and then I was like, okay, it's fine. Maybe season 3 will change things a little bit. Possibly. I just felt like this was easier to follow and easier to watch, with the exception of episode 5 and 6.
Right.
Mostly 5. Because at least 6, we did get back to people that I know and I can follow along with. And going back and watching the prequels actually did help. Especially with Boba Fett, because I did not know who he was, and I didn't realize that his father was the start of the whole Clone Wars thing. And it was all over my head. I watched them once, guys. And it'd been how many years since we've watched it? I'm pretty sure it was before you were married.
Oh, no, yeah, it was definitely before that.
So it's been a long time.
It's been at least 5 years. I've been married for almost 5 at this point. I don't know.
It's been a long time since I'd watched them. So it went all over my head.
Anyways, as far as my rating for the series goes, I think I like The Mandalorian more because I kind of figured out that it was more of an episode, like self-contained episodes before you did.
You figured it out before me, and it was you insisting that I think about it like that changed my mind. But it wasn't until a couple of episodes into season 2.
Right, yeah.
Before you finally drilled it into my head.
I like it. I don't think I like it more than The Mandalorian, but it is still a good series. I think I like it more than season 1 of The Mandalorian. Season 2 of The Mandalorian, I think I have to put above this. And it's mostly for the reasons that you were saying. Like the weird journey into The Mandalorian halfway through the season here, and the fact that it was such a predictable series. Yeah, I don't know. That kind of brought it down a little bit for me.
Yeah.
It's not to say that it wasn't a good series. It's just not as good for me.
It's the same reasons, they just weigh differently to each of us. Sometimes
right, yeah.
enjoy the simpler things instead of, which is why I'll go back and watch stupid stuff for the 4th or 5th time instead of watching something new like I should be doing.
No.
It's familiar. I don't have to think about it.
There's been plenty of times where I've gone back and watched. I mean, so listen. You'll think this is the dumbest thing ever, but while I was taking these IT classes, for whatever reason, this old Hot Wheels movie came to my brain, and I had to watch it. Did you ever see? What is it? It was. I gotta find the title of this now.
Doesn't matter if it's a Hot Wheels movie. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
And I'm not saying anything bad about it. I've never seen any of them.
It was called Hot Wheels World Race. It was a direct to video film from 2003. No, it doesn't surprise me either. For whatever, I watched this movie. I don't know how many times when I was a kid. It's not even because I was like the biggest fan of Hot Wheels. It was my brother who was like a really big fan of Hot Wheels. But we still ended up watching it.
That doesn't
and
surprise me.
I found this stupid movie on YouTube, and I ended up watching the whole thing and loving it. And I don't know why, because it's not even that good of a movie. But it's just like, it's one of those comfort things, you know?
Yep. No, trust me. I
totally get where you're coming from with that. Like 100%.
Guys, I had to occupy myself in so many ways without his stupid, beloved ding-dong of a face showing up on my Discords every other day. Let's play this. Let's play that. It's like, I mean, I wanted to pull my hair out in the beginning, but it finally got to the point where I was used to it. I'm like, okay, how do I occupy myself now that I don't get to play with him every other day? It's like, oh.
And then you watched MASH over and over again.
I didn't watch MASH. Surprisingly, I did not pick up
Was
MASH.
it SVU that you watched over and over again?
No, I finished my binge watch of SVU. I got all of SVU watched between last season and halfway through this season, crunched. So within a 7-month time period, I got all 20, however many seasons there are crunched before this season. I will not do that again because there's too many goddamn episodes to do that with. Let's see. I started watching CSI Miami again for God knows what reason. I started binging Frasier. That was the one I actually picked up. I hadn't watched it a lot before. I know about
Frasier. Frasier is hilarious.
I've seen it bits and pieces.
That's a show that I want to get into. I just haven't I haven't been able to get it yet.
Yeah, it's on Hulu, which is the only reason why I started watching it, because I happened to see it pop up in my recommended.
Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Quite stylish.
God, I don't know. That show is just too funny. So I started watching that. I started watching CSI. I kind of started / continued Little House on the Prairie. Again, don't ask me why, because I don't know.
David, you are probably going to be surprised, but I love Little House on the Prairie.
Really? We've never talked about that. I am actually surprised.
It's one of those shows that I tried to get Nicole into, but she didn't get it. She doesn't want to watch it. I love it. It's so good.
What?
Granted, the first season is kind of boring, but once it gets past that, it's pretty good. I like all the latter season stuff.
Yeah,
when Laura is all grown up and Albert is there, and
well, see, that's another show I used to watch all the time as a kid with my mom, but I've never seen that start to finish. Frasier was always something my grandmother had on. My mom can't stand Frasier. My sister loves it. I love it. My mom can't stand it. So I finally started watching all that. CSI Miami just happened to pop up for whatever reason, so I started watching that again. And then everything else is just continuation of stuff that's already on. The Resident, Good Doctor, whatever. The only one I didn't get into that I should have gotten into was Moon Knight, but I figured we could just do that on this.
We'll have to get into that eventually. I think.
Which we will do.
What did we say we were gonna do first?
We're gonna do
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan before we do it, guys. So yes, we will circle back to Moonlight. It's going to be late, but we missed all the episodes at this point.
Yeah.
And there's only this episode and the one that he will put out at some point, even though it was supposed to go out last week. Earlier this week. And there's just no more time. Because the Batman was more important, which is what we got to get into, because we're burning the candlelight here.
A little bit. Okay, so the Batman. Batman ventures into Gotham City's underworld when a sadistic killer leaves behind a trail of cryptic clues. As the evidence begins to lead closer to home and the scale of the perpetrator's plans becomes clear, he must forge new relationships, unmask the culprit, and bring justice to the abuse of power and corruption that has long plagued the metropolis. So, you and I had talked a little bit about this before we recorded the episode. I think maybe a week or two ago or something like that, right after you had seen it.
A little bit.
And I think we both agreed that it was a good movie. And it was a good movie because it focused more on the mystery and the detective aspect of Batman than it did the costumed, let's go beat people up type of Batman, which there was plenty of in this movie, but it mixed the two, I don't know, pretty effortlessly, I would say.
We got more of Bruce Wayne in this movie than I think I've seen. And correct me if I'm wrong, I only watched it the one time with you, and we binged them all within that week. 2 summers ago, I feel like, or that day. It was
one day. Yep.
It was a lot. We didn't have a lot of time, guys. We had to get stuff done. I think I'm right in saying I saw more of Bruce Wayne in this movie than I saw the entire Dark Knight trilogy.
I don't know about the entirety, but if you're comparing movie to movie, I think okay. This is probably the movie with the most Bruce Wayne in it.
And not just reclusive Bruce Wayne, where nobody sees him and he's a complete effing mystery, but actual detectiveness of him. Like he goes out and he questions the same people as the Batman and as himself. Like, he got to the bottom of it, and it didn't matter what it was.
Nope.
Which, mad props. I actually give respect to that aspect in this movie. I don't know. It's just so good. I like the costume. It looked good. He looked good as it. It didn't sound like an over raspberry type of voice. Like it, for the most part, pretty natural sounding. It didn't. Nothing put me off on this.
Right. Yeah.
At all.
I'm glad that he didn't try to put on a voice for it, and I'm glad that they didn't use like a vocoder like they did with frickin' Ben Affleck's Batman. Because that was just. No. That was a little too crunchy for my liking.
Gotcha.
What did you think about Robert Pattinson as the Batman?
Surprisingly, I think he pulled it off. The only thing that I was somewhat worried about, maybe a little bit, but it didn't really come through as a problem in this, was maybe physique, if anything. They didn't overbulk it in the suit, though. Except for maybe the boots? Maybe? But that's about it. He didn't look scrawny, which is kind of what I was afraid might happen. Because he's not a very bulky person.
He bulked up a decent amount. He's more like, he's definitely got a slimmer physique than most of the Batmans that have come before.
Yeah.
I think Christian Bane's physique is pretty close to this, but he got a little bit bulkier than Robert did. I'm trying to look for like a full body shot of this suit. I don't really have anything on here. No, I think he did a very good job as the Batman in this movie. I am I don't know. I hope that they make a sequel.
We'll see. I don't see why not. I'm afraid to see where it might go. It's the problem with some of these movies. They do a successful, I don't know how many times they've tried to do it, but they've done a basic successful reboot of this series. But almost all sequels end up doing the same thing, and they end up turning to a more dislikable version of the movie. So I'm a little concerned at where it might go. One of the reasons why I say that, and I'm pretty sure you're with me on this, I praise the decision to focus on a different character for once. For the villain. We didn't have until the very end, we didn't have the Joker.
I think in order to make a successful sequel, they're going to have to stay away from... Well, the Riddler has been on screen before, but they're gonna have to stick with villains that are less known. Like, I'm not saying we need to go to, like, Condiment King or whatever, but we don't need to go straight to the Joker in the sequel either. Like, I would even say we could go back to the Scarecrow for the sequel, or somebody of that caliber. I mean, the Scarecrow is a relatively big villain as far as Batman is concerned, but we're not... they need to stay away from the Joker is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They need, if they're going to do the Joker, they at least need to wait one more movie. Because the Joker feels like the ultimate finale. The Joker is like if Batman were evil, basically. He is the other side of the coin.
That's a fair way to put it. That's a very fair way to put it. But the reason why I give pause is because we did see the Joker in the very end with the Riddler. So it's like, I'm hoping put that in there for fan service. Did you put that in there just because it makes sense? Where else are we going to see him? He is locked up in Arkham, so
right.
I'm
hoping it's more. I'm hoping it's more of a fan service thing than a
foreshadowing of what might be to come.
Yeah. I mean, they did do they did do kind of the same thing at the end of Batman Begins when they show off the Joker card at the very end, and then obviously the Joker is the focus of the next movie. But I'm hoping they don't go this way or that way with this one. I really think that they should stay away from it. Not because I don't think that it would be a great movie, but it feels like if they were to do that, they would just be going at it too soon.
That, and honestly,
we haven't gotten enough of this Batman to be like that invested in that fight, I don't think.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. That and the Joker's a little overplayed at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
that too. That
it depends.
I think that's a testament to how well he did as this Batman too. Because if it sucked, I would not want another movie with him. Like, I'm on it. If I'm being completely, I didn't want another Ben Affleck Batman movie after Superman v Batman, just because it was so stupid. And yet we ended up getting another one. Ugh.
I hated that movie.
It was bad.
Absolutely,
so bad.
Hated that movie. You're actually quite lucky that you got me to watch Arkham series. Well, not Arkham series, the Dark Knight series. After watching,
I think.
Batman v Superman.
I told you that Batman v Superman was not a good movie going into it.
You did.
And I've also praised that series enough to I think at least sway you towards watching it.
I mean, I didn't have a choice. Where was I going to go?
True. That's a good point.
He had me captive for a period of 5 days or something like that. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this was a pretty good movie. I liked the villain. I liked all the twists and turns that it took you through with the mystery that was going on. I don't know. It was just a good movie. I told David after I left the theater that I think it might be my favorite live action Batman movie. And
Shocked me. Totally shocked me that he'd say that.
does it shock you now?
I'd have to watch more of them to be a fair evaluator of that opinion. Specifically, I'd have to at least rewatch the ones that I know. Comparing to Batman v Superman, absolutely no. That would not shock me one bit. I would expect that. It's the Dark Knight trilogy because I know how much you love that trilogy. Was it the second one that you liked the most, or was it the first one? I know it's not the third.
The Dark Knight is the one that I like the most, yeah.
Okay. I'd have to at least rewatch that to give a fair opinion. Because it did shock me. It's a damn good movie, though. The Batman is a damn good movie.
It is a very good movie.
I just don't recollect enough of the other ones to be surprised or not be surprised. I don't know.
No, yeah. I'd still have to stick
But
by
I trust your judgment.
I think this is the best live-action Batman movie, in my opinion. It's just, I don't know, it does something that none of the other ones do, and that's focus on the detective aspect of Batman. I mean, he's not called the world's greatest detective for no reason. If you go into the comics, he is legit one of the smartest people in the DC universe, if not, like, comics as a whole. So, yeah.
Piss poor, I realize, piss poor example of the greatest detective in the world. But one of the more favorable memories of the Batman in my childhood was actually one of the crossovers with Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
And that is because it did rely on the detective aspect of the character. So, I know, it's a bad example, but Scooby-Doo was one of my favorite childhood things, so. And it was the detective portion of it. I love the mysteries of the show. Mm-hmm. Was it corny? Yes.
Oh, of course.
In retrospect, they are awful to watch as far as visually goes, because it's literally the same damn background just over and over. Okay, it was the technology of the day. I get it, but I loved it. So,
well, less the technology and more the budget that they had to work with, but yes.
Well, true. That is a fair criticism, because they could have done more had they not need to recycle as many things, but they did that for a reason. That was because money. So,
okay, so out of what could I do for this? There's a lot of different things I could do for this.
Ciphers, riddles. We didn't talk about the cat at all.
No, we didn't. She was a good character in this too.
Mm-hmm. Good
out of 5 batarangs, what do you give this one?
That's not even in this.
Yeah, it is. You can take the thing out.
True.
He took it out and threw it.
True. 4.5.
I'd have to give this, I think, a little bit more, 4.75.
Okay.
I really like this one.
That's appropriate coming from you.
All right.
If I rated this movie a little higher, it'd be a little concerning.
Now, we're going to move on to the final portion of our show.
Thank God.
The trailers portion. We've got a couple more trailers than usual just because we've been gone for so long and I wanted to cover some stuff that we'd missed. Yeah, so if you haven't listened to this section of our show before, pretty simple. Basically, what we do is we watch the trailer and we tell you whether or not we would go see it in the theater, whether we would wait for a rental, wait for a review, and or just not go see it at all. I've said this plenty of times, and I'm going to say it again. We have said that we would not go see maybe 5 movies out of the going on hundreds of trailers that we've watched for this show. So you know that that if we say we're not going to go watch the movie, the trailer's probably not good.
Probably.
First things first, the movie that David and I have dreaded has come. The sequel to Avatar, Avatar: The Way of water.
The only Avatar I want to hear about is the freaking
The Last
series.
Airbender?
Yes.
Hopefully not another live action movie. Please, God, no.
No, please.
I know one thing. Wherever we go, this family is our fortress.
I don't know. I mean, it looks visually impressive.
It looks beautiful. The
But-
first movie looked beautiful,
Yes.
but I'm having the same issue that I had
But
with the first movie.
What is the point of this movie?
Thank you. The trailer
first-
is just as helpful as the title, Avatar: The Way of Water. That does
Right.
not help me at all in understanding what this is, and that trailer didn't either. So
The first movie was basically a
Perfect match.
CG adaptation of Pocahontas.
basically,
So what are we going to get out of this? What is... I genuinely... I don't know. The only thing that I can glean is that it might be a part of the Fast and Furious franchise because of how many times they say family in the trailer, but that's all I got.
ouch.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
don't know
gonna
what's
say wait for a review. I don't want to say that I wouldn't go see it because I mean it looks good and I would like to give it a chance. But as of right now, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a wait for a review.
I need to know what this is about, because if this is basically another adaptation of a well-known movie that might not be Pocahontas but something else, then I'm gonna be just as mad. Like, that's basically, you're not wrong with that criticism. That's basically what it was. The whole time I was thinking, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. What is this? Why have I seen this before? It took a while for me to finally dawn, oh shit, this is Pocahontas. I don't know. It's unuseful. Wait for a rental. At the best case scenario, but honestly my opinion is wait for the review. Not seeing this in the theaters.
I don't know enough. They didn't give us anything in this trailer.
Nope.
I wouldn't even wait for a rental. I'm hard wait for a review.
Wait for a review. Yeah, like I said, at the best, maybe.
Maybe if we get an actual trailer with actual things in it, we can get maybe up a little bit. But right now, that's where I'm at. All right. Next trailer, we've got Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Hope you guys are ready for this.
Like a surgeon, cutting for the very first time. Like a surgeon.
Anyone got an accordion?
Like a surgeon. Hey, cutting for the very.
What can I say? I'm full of surprises.
I can hear your heartbeat.
Interesting. I don't know. That looked pretty good. I would have to say I'd go see this in the theaters. That looks pretty good. Genuinely.
Really?
Yeah, what did you think? What did Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. So, first of all, it's a genre of movie that I don't necessarily enjoy. I sometimes have a hard time with these like biography-based movies. Some of them look better than others, but this is just another biography of yet another pop culture singer, songwriter, whatever, musician. There's so many of these movies out there now. We got one on Bohemian Rhapsody. We got one on this person. We got one on that person. Next, you're going to be giving one on Cher or Lady Gaga or somebody else. Like, and it'll. Sometimes I like it more because it's maybe somebody that I know and I like the artist, and then other times it'll be like this person who, for somebody who's got as many awards as this person does, I've never heard of before. What songs is this person known for?
I'm sorry, what? You don't know who Weird Al Yankovic is?
No, who is this?
Get off! Get off my show! You are fired!
Bye.
Oh my god!
Maybe
Are
I
you
do
joking?
know, and I'm just not connecting the dots. What is it?
Are you okay? Hold on. Let me see if I can. You have to at least know this one. All right, hold on.
I feel like
This guy, he's got a career spanning back to like the 80s. Like, no joke. Here.
So am I just like lost? Oh, this guy?
Yes, that guy.
Oops. Okay, I guess I do know who.
I'm like, I was about to say, if you don't at least know this song,
Sorry.
song, it was like so big when we were kids. It's not even.
Oh
funny.
no, I love the. I love this song.
Yes, this guy.
Never mind. I know what it is now. Okay, what else?
That's the biggest one. I mean, he's got like a bunch of. Literally, all he does is parody songs. That's it.
Okay. Never mind. I changed my opinion. I might actually watch this now. The trailer was fucking funny as hell.
Yes,
Daniel
it
did
was.
a good job with it. I'm a little concerned about the stash, but other than that,
Well, that's the stash.
that's why they call it that for a reason.
Uh-huh. He doesn't have it nowadays, but back in the day, back in the 80s, 90s, just the stash and the Jufro. All right, next trailer we've got is for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Someone once told me that the reality I thought I knew was just one of many.
Be careful which path you travel down. Stronger than you have lost their way.
You think there will be no consequences?
We're in the end game now.
I sacrificed everything. And it meant nothing.
Oh, Strange. What have you done?
I never meant for this to happen.
You cannot control everything.
You brought this on yourself.
You break the rules and become a hero. I do it and I become the enemy. This doesn't seem fair.
I don't know if you saw what I saw there, but it looks like they're pulling a lot more than just the Doctor Strange stuff from the What If series.
Zombies,
They got the zombies, yeah.
amongst other things.
Uh-huh.
I saw the zombie. What else?
Okay.
Rattle
The
them off.
alternate, the only one, the big one that I saw was the alternate Captain America, Peggy Carter.
I didn't see that.
Uh-huh. Hold on.
I believe you.
Let me see if I can scrub through, find it for you real quick. Where are we? Okay, here we go. Go to like 40, 45 or so and start watching from there. It'll be a little bit after that.
I did see the shield. I just didn't click on it. It's hard to look at details like that when you see the shield and you assume it's one thing when it's actually something else.
Right, yeah. Well, that just got me even more hype for this movie.
I was going to say, is there really any reason to rate this any other way? Like,
Yep.
we already know what it is.
That's right. Gotta go see it in the theaters.
We-
There's no other rating for this.
We'd so go see this in the theaters. If
Oh,
we were going to,
100%.
probably not. You haven't done it yet, have you?
No. I don't know if I'll get to do it this weekend or not. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
You'll get to do it way before I do. I'll put it that way.
Anyway, yeah.
Hurry up and drop on
Gotta
Disney
go see it in the
damn
theaters. For real. Anyway, next trailer we've got is for Jurassic World Dominion.
Blue had a baby. That's impossible.
Hey, girl.
You look just like your mother.
I promise you, I am gonna get her back.
Genetic power has now been unleashed.
We made a terrible mistake.
The doomsday clock might be about out of time.
If our world's gonna survive, what matters is what we do now.
I could use your expertise.
You coming or what?
A baby raptor? I made a promise we would bring her home.
You made a promise to a dinosaur.
Yeah. What?
Everybody hold on to somebody. What is that?
Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
Run!
See? Not so bad.
I am interested, but I also wonder how they're going to deal with just a world with dinosaurs now. Like, because Jurassic Park never got that far.
I'm interested to see how they make money on this movie. They didn't pull out any stops as far as the freaking cast goes. Like, they got everybody, damn it.
Mm-hmm. They're probably hoping that the big finale makes them some money.
Yeah, they spent some money. That's for certain. Good
no kidding.
God, I can't
Got Jeff
imagine what the
Goldblum back
cast
for what,
budget.
a third? What was he in the first Jurassic World movie, or did he only come back for the second one?
I'm pretty sure he only came back for the second, and I'm pretty sure it was just that little thing.
It was that little thing at the end.
Cameo appearance.
Right.
I don't know, man. God, I love the series so much. I question 2 a little bit on the original. It kind of goes down the hill from there.
Right.
Jurassic World was okay. I liked it. 2 kind of had some gut-wrenching moments in it, mostly because of the island exploding in a giant volcano eruption.
Mm.
And then you get to the stupidity at the end. Will you people never frickin' learn? Which culminates into this disaster that's about to unfold.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, it's too late. Whether you've learned your lesson or not, it's done. There's no going back. I don't know how you live with that. I really don't. I mean, what do you do with that? You die.
Yeah, basically. There is no survival in this world for humans. Not realistically.
Ridiculous.
I don't know. I'm teetering between watching it in the theater and waiting for a rental. It looks interesting, but I don't know if I'm interested enough to see it in the theater quite.
You and I would.
Yes, we would.
You and I would. Beyond that, wait for a rental.
Yeah.
That's my rating. I would see it.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
fair.
I just don't know if it's precious money worth.
Right. You don't know if it's worth $8 or $5 down the road. Guess it's not that big of a difference, but still, you know, probably closer to $20 once you factor in all the popcorn and the drink that you're going to get at the theater. So, all right. Next, we've got Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear mission log, stardate 3901. After a full year of being marooned, our first hyperspeed test flight is a go.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
You were narrating again.
I was not. Just doing the mission log.
You do know no one ever listens to those.
I know that. Narrating helps me focus.
Ready, Captain Lightyear?
Ready as I'll ever be, Commander Hawthorne. This is exciting. A new adventure.
I'm gonna grant you 4 minutes to be off planet, but then you come right back to us. To infinity.
And beyond.
You are clear for hyperlaunch.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Buzz, that was utterly terrifying, and I regret having joined you. Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Come in, Star Command. Why don't they answer? Hey! Shh!
The robots.
The what? What is happening right now? Alicia?
Oh, no. That's my grandmother.
But, Socks, how long were we gone? Meow, 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 meow. 62 years, 7 months, and 5 days. What?
I hope you're ready for action, because all we needed was a pilot.
For what?
To destroy the alien ship. I have a plan, and I have a team. Darby can take any 3 things and make them explode.
I do this, and they shave a little time off my sentence.
Okay. And what about you?
Well, I thought this was going to be like a fun boot camp workout thing. But it is not. Did I get it?
Pretty close.
I need the, you know what I'm saying, the harpoon?
The probability of survival with an inexperienced crew is 38.2%.
Seems a bit low.
Mission failure imminent. In 3. Grandma always said she believed in you. 2. 1.
There was a big swirly too. Oh, I think I need a bag.
No.
Please record your last words.
Do not vomit inside the vehicle. Do not vomit inside the vehicle.
If you are satisfied with this recording, speak or select 1.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't have any reservations about this. I'd see this in the theater.
Much needed content. Context was provided with this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Up until this point, I'm like, what is this film? Why does it look like Dagobah in 1 minute of the film, and then it's something completely different in another? Makes total effing sense. It's 62 years apart. So, okay, now we're getting somewhere. I'd see it in the theaters, 100%. I'm still a little mad that it's not Tim Allen's voice, but...
Yeah, I'm with you on that, but I don't know. I could get used to it.
I'll get over it. It ain't the end of the world.
All right, final trailer of the episode. Top Gun Maverick.
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell. Let me be perfectly blunt. You are not my first choice. You are here at the request of Admiral Kazansky, a.k.a. Iceman. He seems to think that you have something left to offer the Navy. What that is, I can't imagine.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher. Just want to manage expectations.
What the hell? Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
And we're off.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
We're going into combat on a level no living pilot's ever seen. Not even him.
You think up there you're dead. Believe me.
My dad believed in you. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Someone's not coming back from this.
Those are your pilots. Anything happens to them. You'll never forgive yourself.
No turning back now.
Having any fun yet?
I have made a mistake.
I
have no context for this. I've never seen the original Top Gun movie.
Kind of important, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Even despite that, though, I think I would still go see this in the theaters. It looks pretty good. Now I'm going to have to make it my mission to watch the original, but
yes, you should. You should definitely do that.
But beyond that, I'd say theater for me.
Yes. I don't know. For those of you listening, you won't be able to notice it. For those of you watching, I don't know if you noticed how intent I was in watching this trailer, but I was zoned in. More so than any other trailer in a long fucking time. If that gives you any idea how excited I am about this, then you should know. Oh my god, I can't wait. That's what I should feel like. God, I don't know. I should have felt like this with the second Independence Day movie.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I did not feel like that. I'm so hopeful. We'll see. I love the dad line.
Realistically, right? There hasn't been a bad Tom Cruise movie to come out in a while. Even the Mission Impossible movies have been maybe not like 100% A grade whatever, but they're not like D grade movies either. You know? I don't know. I think there's some hope for this.
There's a lot of potential. There's also a lot of opportunity to F this up. So please don't. Even though if you have, it's too late to do anything about it because it'll be out in 2 weeks. But
that's true.
Please, for the love of God, don't fuck this up.
Okay, well, that is where we're going to leave this episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to leave a rating on whatever podcasting platform you happen to be listening on. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, drop us a comment. We will respond whenever we see it. Hopefully not 6 months down the line, because I'm kind of bad about that. But anyway, yeah. We will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of Podcast Period. This episode was hosted and produced by Ben, co-hosted and edited by David. You can contact Ben on Twitter at BenPlaysVidges. That's Ben Plays, VIDYAS. And you can contact David on Twitter at Car6by16. If you'd like to chat with us about any of the topics on this episode, you can hit the show up at Podcast Period on Twitter, or shoot us an email at podcastperiodpodcast@gmail.com. That's all for this episode. We'll see you next time.